Hi, coffee beans. How's it brewing? Today I thought I would conquer my fear. Or maybe not conquer, but try the 3-to-1 resin from Sophie and Toffee. As you guys know, I hate 3-to-1 resin. It never comes out right for me. Ugh. So I'm gonna try it. And I figured why not try it with the unicorn trinket tray from February and some alcohol inks. I'm gonna do a couple different colors of alcohol inks. You know, just nice and simple. Okay, so one of my main problems with 3-to-1 resin is trying to do the math. There's no way. I can't do math. So I have this really cool calculator I found. I'll put the link below. But I can put in that it's 3-to-1 for 60 grams, because that's how much I need for the unicorn. And then it gives me how much it should weigh in grams. So hopefully I can do that with this. So I need to change it from milliliters to grams, then place my cup on top and then clear out the weight, so it's only measuring the weight of the resin. And we need the resin to be about 45 grams. Then I placed a small cup on the scale and reset the weight. And now we need 15 grams of the hardener. Then I combined them all together and stirred for 3 to 5 minutes. Then poured that into another empty cup and stirred that for another 3 to 5 minutes, making sure to scrape the sides and bottom of the cups. This makes sure that all of the resin is incorporated and mixed. Okay, now we can fill up our unicorn. I'm gonna go nice and slow so we don't get any bubbles. Then I gently pressed together the sides and pulled apart some of the edges to make sure that the resin was spreading down all the sides and to ease some of the bubbles upwards. Now it's time to have some fun with alcohol inks. I'm going to keep it very, very simple because the main point is to test the 3-to-1 resin and my ability to use it. So I'm just going to use red, yellow, and blue, or magenta, yellow, and Baja blue to make a rainbow effect. Okay, so I'm not entirely confident in the alcohol inks sinking all the way to the bottom, but I guess we'll see. And also, please excuse the white. It's fine, it just had some contamination. Oh well. If you'd like to see more about alcohol inks or my method for using alcohol inks, go ahead and check out my video, Testing Alcohol Inks with Resin. I'll put the link here and in the description. Ooh, mesmerizing. Like I said, I wasn't convinced the colors would sink down to the sides, so I pressed the edges together and also pulled them apart a little to help ease the inks down a bit. And a little bit of a bonus. I have this tiny ball mold and some leftover resin. I've been seeing this really cool technique on YouTube, and I'm not confident at all about this, but I thought I'd try it. I slowly poured the resin into the ball mold until it was about halfway full. Then I carefully dripped alcohol ink in, making sure to also drip in some white in between the layers to help push the color down. I'm trying to go for this look, but this resin is so thin and runny, I'm not sure it's going to work. And as an afterthought, I should have let the resin sit for a little bit to get thicker. I let this ball cure for 24 hours, and then I poured some dark navy colored gems into the ball on top of the cured resin. These gems are left over from a diamond art kit I did at the beginning of the year. I wanted to kind of give the bottom of this ball some texture like the ground or gemstones. Then I poured some UV resin on top of that, mainly because I was too impatient to wait for 2-part resin to cure overnight. Then, to make sure all the gems were covered, I stirred them around with a cocktail stick, then cured it under my UV light. I'll go ahead and demold the ball first, since it was the bonus project anyway. I really like this ball mold because the little marbles always come out so smooth and polished. But, just like I figured, this ball did not turn out how I wanted it to. The resin was way too thin and runny, so the alcohol ink just mixed around, rather than doing the really cool coral effect. It does kind of look like an eyeball though, which is pretty creepy. Ugh. Now it's time for the unicorn. My problem with 3-to-1 resin has always been that the pieces come out super soft and flexible, when I would rather my pieces be hard. I realize though that maybe that's just how 3-to-1 resin is. Maybe it's meant to be softer. I actually think maybe it'd be good for pieces going into children's rooms, since they wouldn't break. And I can already tell just by holding this mold that the unicorn is super soft inside. I left this alone for a week, so I know it's fully cured. Let's take it out. Also, just like the marble, the colors just mix together rather than creating this really cool coral effect that I like so much. But I think that's because the resin is so thin and runny. That was my fault though, not the resin. I'm sure if I just let the resin sit for a little bit longer to thicken up, the alcohol inks would have worked just fine. But look at how flexible this is. I'm literally not applying any sort of pressure at all. Just the grip of my hand to hold the piece is enough to warp the edges. So lame. I mean, I guess this would be good as a soap dish because it wouldn't break if it fell. So there's a bonus. What do you guys think? Have you ever had any luck with 3-to-1 resin? I know it's a topic of hot debate. Some people love it and some people, like me, hate it. Leave a comment below and tell me what you think. If you've ever made anything with this 3-to-1 resin, or with the unicorn dish, or with alcohol inks, I'd love to see. You can tag me on Instagram or use hashtag BunnieDIY so I can see what you've made. I would love to share you on my Instagram stories. And if you like this video and want to see more, make sure you click the thumbs up button. And don't forget to subscribe. You can click the little notification bell so you know as soon as a video goes up. I post videos every Monday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thanks everyone! Love you a latte!